another story from the book Business Fumbles. This story is about a young man that had a dream to have his own restaurant. He worked as a chef, but he really wanted his own restaurant. He had a friend that worked at the same restaurants he did, that he told him, hey, I know someone that is selling their restaurant and he will be willing to work with you. So of course he said, hey, let's go talk to him. When he went to talk to him, he sat down with the guy. The guy said, hey, I will work with you. You can have the restaurant, but you have to take over the lease and all of that. So they brought in the leaseholder to tell them that he was selling it and that he wanted this guy to take over the lease. Of course, they said, yes, have at it. Created another lease without him reading. He signed it. And okay, now he was in business. He went home, talked to his wife. They started the restaurant. And when he first started it, of course, there was a lot of people that came in the beginning because it was like the grand opening and things like that. And he had a lot of friends, so everybody showed up. But after that, he noticed that things were getting slow. And so he had to come up with other ways to make the money. And he wanted to use the rideshare type things like Uber Eats and things like that. And that's when he finally realized that the location of that restaurant was not the best. It was not in a heavy residential area. And there was a lot of businesses, but the businesses was on the other side. So it became very evident to him that he had chosen the wrong location. Another problem that he realized after some time was that he couldn't really have it where he could have liquor there. And he would have wine because it was an Italian restaurant. But there was a lot of people that came in was asking if they had, other type of cocktail drinks. And that's not something that he had. And then when he wanted to start the process of getting his liquor license, he realized that it was a lot of paperwork and a lot of time. So he became discouraged. So he said, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get investors. And I'm going to move the restaurant in a place, in an area where it is more people coming. There's a lot of, a lot of traffic or whatever. And so he started the process, finally found someone that would help him with the finance part to move the restaurant in a better area. So he goes to his landlord and say, hey, I want to sublease if somebody else can take over it because I want to move, only to find out that the landlord, number one, would not let him out of the lease, would not let him sublease it. And so everything that he tried to do to get out of this lease, because he didn't read it and he signed it so fast, because he was so excited about having his own restaurant, he ended up with a lease that would not quit. So he is now in a new location, but he had to wait years because most commercial leases are 5 or 10 years and his was 10. So this also is a lesson that you guys have to read the leases when you are renting a place for your business. Read the lease and state your terms. And also remember that when you have a commercial lease, all of the repairs on that lease is usually done by the renter. You cannot take the attitude like when you're renting a house and stuff like that. If something breaks, you call the landlord and they fix it. It doesn't work like that when it's commercial. So I tell this story to say, slow down, okay? Read the lease. And if you don't understand the lease, guess what we have? We have this AI. You can have the lease. You can copy and paste the whole lease and put it in GP chat or chat GPT. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm old. Excuse me. But anyway, you can copy it and paste it and put it in there and then ask it to tell you what is the significance of that lease. I just did it for one of my clients, and it told me that there was 3 areas of concern, and one of the biggest ones was that the renter was responsible for all upkeep and different things like that. So hope you guys take something from this, and make sure that you guys go and you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because you need to subscribe, because each episode of Business Fumbles is going to get better and more information will be given to you, number 1. And then number 2, like, Business Fumbles, just listen to the name. You know, all of us have some type of entrepreneur spirit in us, and we want to do things. Even if you got a side hustle, and that side hustle brings you some type of income, you still want to know, you know, things that's gonna make that situation brings you even more money. So people, come on, subscribe. And if you are a business owner, hit me up on my email. It is info@shewinsbookkeeping.com. info@shewinsbookkeeping.com. If you are in the Las Vegas area, we want you to come and be a guest on Business Fumble. Tell us your story. Allow us to advertise your business for free.